Hi, this is Alfred Brock, and we're going to be talking about Crime Stoppers today. I have some questions that are often asked on the website and at meetings about what Crime Stoppers is and what's involved in it. So, is Crime Stoppers part of the police? No, Crime Stoppers is not part of the police. Let's turn this light back on. Get the light back on. Okay. It is not. Crime Stoppers of Michigan is an independent nonprofit organization that is a resource for law enforcement. Again, they're not part of the police department. They're here to help the police and to help you. Now, how do you stay anonymous if you report something? Crime Stoppers of Michigan will never ask your name or any personal information. Your identity is a tip number that is given to you, and that's the only way to identify you in the process. For a full description of our anonymous or the anonymous process, then you can click at www.1800speakup.org. That's www.1800speakup.org, and it'll take you right over there. Now, how do you get paid anonymously if there is a reward and you get one? Crime Stoppers partners with businesses in Southeast Michigan that helps to distribute cash rewards anonymously. And all you need is your tip number, and you'll be handed an envelope full of cash if there's a reward involved in that. That's it. No questions asked. That's it. Now, what can you report? When can you report information on a crime? You can submit information on a crime that has already happened as soon as possible. You don't have to wait for a news story or for them to release a poster. Submit a tip in one of two ways: by calling 1-800-SPEAK-UP or online at 1-800-SPEAK-UP.org, speakup.org. If a crime is in progress, call 911. What types of crimes can you submit a tip on? Well, you can report on any type of crime. Examples include homicides, carjackings, robberies, vandalism, drugs, weapons, fugitives, hit and runs, missing persons, animal abuse, child abuse, sexual assault, etc. How long does it take to get paid on a tip? Well, the anonymous tipsters are paid monthly, and a tip will be set up for a reward payment once law enforcement has notified them that the tip assisted in the arrest and the tip has been assigned a reward amount. Do you get paid upon arrest or conviction? We pay upon arrest, not conviction. So they pay upon arrest, not conviction. If your tip leads to an arrest, you will be eligible to collect a cash reward. Now, do you have to testify in court if someone is arrested? No. You are 100% anonymous throughout the entire process. They do not ask your name, your phone number, or any information about you. There is no caller ID on any Crime Stoppers phones. The information from submitting a tip on their website is secure, and transmissions are encrypted. They have absolutely zero information about you, so they can't bring you into court. Also, there are laws in Michigan protecting Crime Stoppers tipsters from being forced to testify in court. So that's the fact. Now, how do you determine the amount of rewards? Homicides, missing persons, and hit-and-run fatalities are eligible for cash rewards up to $2,500. All other crimes are eligible for a cash reward up to $1,000. An individual, business, church, or community organization can increase the reward by adding money on any case at any time. That's called a joint reward. Now, how does someone set up a joint reward on a case? A joint reward can be set up by calling the Crime Stoppers office at 313-922-5000. That's 313-922-5000. A joint reward contract has to be signed by Crime Stoppers and the person giving the money. After a year, if there's not been arrest, the contributor has a choice to get a refund of the money, sign a new contract to keep the money on the crime, or the money can be donated to Crime Stoppers. Now, does Crime Stoppers charge to work on your loved one's cases? No. After the police report is made, a family member can get help from Crime Stoppers by calling the office again at 313-922-5000. That's 313-922-5000. Crime Stoppers will then get paperwork filled out by the detective to get authorization on what they allow Crime Stoppers to do on the case. Crime Stopper services offered are posters, door hangers, news releases, press conferences, and information placed on Crime Stoppers' social media sites. Now, how do you get a loved one's case on a billboard? The cost of the billboard is $200 for the family. To get a billboard, call the Crime Stoppers office. To get a billboard, call the Crime Stoppers office again at 313-922-5000, but this time use extension 114. A Crime Stoppers person will work with the billboard company to get it placed after payment is made to Crime Stoppers by the family. Now, how does Crime Stoppers get funded? Through yearly memberships from businesses, faith-based organizations, and law enforcement agencies, sponsor companies of the annual fundraising recognition dinner, individual donors, and other fundraising events. Now, how can anyone donate? You can visit the website at 1-800-SpeakUp.org, or to become an annual business, law enforcement, or faith-based member, call the Crime Stoppers office again at 313-922-5000. And now, how can you volunteer? Volunteering with Crime Stoppers is great. You can visit the website at 1-800-SpeakUp.org and fill out a volunteer application, and you're off to the races. Now, how successful is Crime Stoppers? In the last 5 years, Crime Stoppers has received more than 28,000 anonymous tips from the public and has rewarded more than $450,000 in cash rewards to anonymous tipsters. Crimes solved include 98 homicides, 300 wanted fugitives, 78 robberies and carjackings, and hundreds of other crimes. Now, if your tip led to an arrest, when does the reward expire for pickup? The reward never expires until it's picked up. Now, how do you get a Crime Stoppers representative to speak in front of a block club, community group, organization, or at any event? Call Crime Stoppers office again at 313-922-5000. And they'll have someone from the Speakers Bureau come out and talk to you. If you call the police, are you eligible for a reward? No. If you want to remain anonymous and earn a cash reward, you only submit the tip to Crime Stoppers of Michigan. Crime Stoppers will work with the police on getting them the information to investigate. Now, how can you help in other ways? You can sign up for support while you shop by registering your Kroger's Rewards card as having Crime Stoppers of Michigan as one of your community organizations. How can you call a tip to Crime Stoppers if you can't make a 1-800 call as an inmate in prison? Well, inmates can make a call from all prisons in Michigan by following these steps. Dial 0 for a collect call. Enter PIN 06543211234. Enter then 767# when prompted for the phone number. So again, that's dial 0 for a collect call. Enter PIN number pound 06543211234 and enter 767# when prompted for the phone number. That is to make a call from a prison in Michigan. Now, how can you make a follow-up call from a prison in Michigan as an inmate? Dial 0 for the collect call. Enter PIN number 06543211234 and again enter 767# when prompted for the phone number. Now, tell the operator you're checking on a tip that you already called in. And when they say call 1313, say, I cannot make the call. They will patch you through to Crime Stoppers Administrative Office to get a follow-up right away. Now, how do you get paid if you're an inmate? The answer is give your tip number to a trusted family member or friend and tell them to follow up by calling the Crime Stoppers Administrative Office at 313-922-5000. And they can collect the cash for you. Or if your tip leads to an arrest, the reward never expires, so you can hold on to that tip number and upon release from prison, collect the cash reward. So, Crime Stoppers is an all-purpose service to stop crime. Here to serve you, lots of opportunities to volunteer, and if you know information about a crime, let them know about it so they can stop it. Thank you.